Hi everyone, Messi Coder back again. This is part 2 of my Atavism interview. Atavism is an MMO creator for Unity, and this was taken from my live Twitch stream, allthews.twitch.tv/themessycoder. Every Friday and Saturday I'm streaming, and every Saturday I do game dev interviews much like this. This is a little bit different than just an interview. I'm going to show you how you can use Atavism. We're going to create quests, crafting, item management, and check out the skill tree as well. So sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you all in a second. Right, we're inside Unity now. So I've got the Atavism demo with the Atavism project with demo content. Correct? So how it's terms on the downloads. So when you've purchased Atavism, you go into your download area. You can download and install Atavism like vanilla with nothing in there, just the core Atavism, or you can, like you can with Unity, have Atavism with a load of demo and dummy data and assets thrown in.
Yes, for a start, when we released Atavism 2018.1, we prepared Atavism with whole packages inside, and community responded to that and said, okay, it's fine, it's nice, but give us the core version, because we got our projects already in place, and we want to just implement the newest Atavism version. So we just followed that lead, and we prepared within like a week or something like that. We prepared a core version of Atavism. So there are two versions now. Core, which basically includes only the bare Atavism version with Atavism scripts, without any additional models, textures, and even Enviro is excluded from that package. Bomberback and any additional package basically is excluded from that. And we got the full demo Atavism package version, where we have in the opposite side all included. So we got also post-processing stack version 2. We got Text Mesh Pro, because some of the texts in Atavism are based on Text Mesh Pro, Unity Text Mesh Pro version, the DLL version, the free version, and Bomberback and Enviro, natural manufacture models. So you got all which we saw in the live demo version. The same package is included in the Atavism package. The same models, the same environment. So it's basically almost one-to-one, except that texts above the NPCs, which are just directions how to proceed further.
We got a question in chat from NetCyborg. Could you ask, he said something, you cannot modify the low-level networking, but can you add new high-level messages for client-server client communication to add new functionality that you may need synchronization? For things like, say, implemented an auction house, I would need to send data between the server and the client.
I haven't touched the Atavism core client side personally, but I think, yes, for the server side, for sure it's possible. You can add more modules without touching the low-level networking stuff. And I think for the client side, you can do that as well. But if you will send us such question on the support on the support email, support@atavismonline.com, we will respond to that, and we will also can guide you through the how to implement it or how to start implementing it.
Ah, cool. Oh, and Tim's already answered the question as well. So anyway.
But also, auction house is on our roadmap for this year, so
Oh, nice.
you will probably see it soon.
All right, so let me share my screen with you guys so you can. I'm not sure if can we share screen when there's more? Probably. Okay. So you guys on Skype can now see me in real time.
Yeah.
As well as on the stream. So this is the login project. So we've got here the scenes folder, and in the scenes folder we've got arena 1 and 2, 2v2, character selection, deathmatch, main world, and the single player private. So I'm assuming that's the single player private instance.
Yes.
Cool. So if we go to, hang on, we're in the login one. So I can now just click play because we set this up earlier. Oh, while I do this, Distant Temple's asking, can you talk a little about World Streamer integration?
Yes. So basically, World Streamer integration is pretty simple because Atavism basically how Atavism works. It's basically when you are spawning new mobs or server is sending information to the client which is spawning the mobs, it is waiting for the scene loading process, and if your scene on the client will be loaded completely, it will just apply gravity on the mobs and the mobs will fall on the ground. And basically, what is the risk of using World Streamer is that World Streamer is basically streaming the scenes, multiple scenes. It's basically based on multiple scenes. So it's splitting your one whole scene into separate scenes with models and also terrains. So integration which we made is based on the World Streamer functionality, where you can just make a request to the World Streamer and ask how many tiles, how many more scenes World Streamer will have to load more to just complete the loading process completely. And based on that, after the whole process will be completed, you will just apply gravity on the mobs. So, so it's basically implemented, but not sure if it's already totally included in Atavism 2019.1. But probably it will be if there is something wrong with it, because I had some responses that some feedback that sometimes it can cause some issues. We will probably check that and improve or fix that issues in the nearest patch.
I've just made myself a woman, as you do, and this is all just the standard UMA sliders synchronizing with the Atavism server.
Yes, exactly. So you are getting the out-of-the-box UMA integration. You can change the sliders, adjust them, and these properties will be saved on Atavism in the Atavism database.
So let's log in with Mavis. And this is Atavism server that's running locally on my machine, so I get to play all by myself. But it does mean that we can see the Atavism. What do you call your Atavism editor then? So inside Unity.
We basically kept that name because it was the previous name, so we didn't want to change that. So it was called Atavism Editor, and yeah, we kept that.
But it's a very useful name because it edits when it's Atavism. So it does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah. Make it simply.
Alright, so there she is, running around, having a lovely time. And if I get out of my scene now, and we go to Window, Atavism Online, and I need to dock this. So, can I dock this? Hopefully, yes, I
Yes,
can.
we can dock it.
Brilliant. Because people can only see what I can dock. Right, here we go. So now I can actually
you can manage your accounts. So right now your account has administrative privileges, so you can get some new features in your runtime mode. So you can get currency, you can get items. It's basically for testing purpose, but also you can do some administrative tasks like spawning mobs, manage mobs.
So all of these here on the left are the plugins.
Yes, these are plugins, and in the left side of these plugins are just groups of plugins. So if you will click NPCs, it will basically narrow down the list. You can also use the filter, which is in the top section, to just write the plugin name, and it will be narrowed down to that name.
Oh, lovely! And you've got a dialogue system built into this as well. So is that like the dialogue systems that are on the Attic store, like Tony Lee's one? Is this like a full dialogue tree that you can be having with NPCs?
Not sure if it's full dialogue tree, but it's a dialogue tree.
It is used like when you try to purchase something or get a new quest, so you can have kind of multiple level interaction with the NPCs.
Yes, correct.
Or these are prerequisite quests. Faction. There have to be a faction to be able to have this conversation. Oh, nice. So you can have conversations with NPCs who are your enemy. There you go. Hated.
Yeah, I don't know how that will end, but you can try.
Awesome. So, and then you've got a quest system in here already?
Yeah, you can see that these quests which we fulfill during the gameplay in the live demo, you can just switch to because it's a create new quest tab. Mm-hmm. You can switch it to the edit mode, and in the edit mode you can just drop down the list, and you can find that first quest is craft for a stranger, and this is basically the same configuration which is on the live demo server. So you can see that if you will scroll down, there is an objective, so it's a task. The task is count 0, so you won't have to fulfill that task. It's basically like talk with the NPC, he will give you the quest, and the task is already completed, so that's why you were able to just talk with the NPC again, and you got that 3 types of weapons and 1 selected armor. Then you got rewards like experience, items, number of items. These are items of choice, so you can like the armors from which you just picked up 1. You got currency stuff as rewards, so you can just you can adjust it as well.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, and also you can just make a storyline quests. Like for example, the first quest, at start you were able to just pick 1 quest. So the first quest is not it wasn't require any particular quests, but the second quest, if you will pick the third, for example, yeah, and scroll down a bit, you will see that there is a quest completed. So it requires to complete the quest craft for a stranger to just get that quest. You can also add more requirements. So if you will hit the add requirement button below, you can see that you can just put more requirements like your character level, skill level, race, class. So it's really flexible, really configurable, and adjustable to your needs.
Nice. We can items for crafting. That's here, crafting recipes.
Yeah, you can just switch to the edit mode. It will just give you more data because there are examples. So as I said, Atavism includes many examples. So you can check that. What is possible within live demo. It's exactly one-to-one in the Atavism package. So the iron bar which you crafted, you can check that, and you can see that it creates one iron bar with 100% chance, and you can create two iron bars with chance 50%, and even more. Yeah, you can just pick up one of the
list of items from my.
Yeah, you can narrow it down by putting the name in the filter. If you will close that, just click around, and at the right side you got filter, so you can write down some name like boots or plate or chest, and it will just skill book, wooden stick, and so on. So you can just narrow down the list to just pick up the right item.
That's handy. So honestly, I was looking at that thinking, how the hell am I going to navigate this thing?
Yeah, we got in our game in World of Heroes, we got like almost 6,000 of items right now. So
6,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And around 1,050, 1,500 of receipts. So.
That's nuts.
Yeah, now we see that we need a bigger map. You're starting small, and it's just growing like your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. We've got some prizes to give away. Should we give away one now and then save another one for in a little while?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So to be in with a chance to win, all you need to do is do two things. One is be a follower of the stream. So if you're not already a follower, stick that follow, that button, that lovely follow button. And there is that notification that if you do push it, just like on YouTube, it tells you when streams go live, which is always handy because I can never remember to do it on Twitter. So it is good to click that little notification bell. So chuck yourself in a follow, and then if somebody wants to do an exclamation mark, how to win, that the thing will tell us as well. So let's reset the last giveaway. And hang on, it takes ages for me to use this mouse now that the mouse hates me. So do you want to just describe what the prize is?
Yeah, so basically it's a voucher. We got 3 vouchers, $100 each, and you can spend it in our Atavism store for any kind of the license. So these 4 types which Messi showed up before, you can just use them for that licenses.
Alright, so we're starting the raffle. Thank you for that follow, and good luck to you. So the raffle is now open. Oh, fresh meat, first one in. It's always a competition who can be the first one in. Alright, so this is on a timer. So if you want to be in, you better be doing exclamation mark raffle as quick as you can in chat. So get your exclamation mark raffles in. Once only. If you do it a million times, you don't get a million chances. It's just one only, so don't worry. Exclamation mark raffle to be in with a chance to win yourself $100 worth of Atavism store voucher. All right, and while we've got that going on, I'm going to click combat. So what does this? What do these ones do? Arena, skills, abilities, effect, chord effect, stats and damage. Arena sounds interesting. What's that?
It's basically PvP arenas, so it's the specially designed instance where you can define, you can drop down the instance type, you can define the victory points, the conditions, you can define rewards for each team, you can define arena length, but also you can limit that arena to the particular time, which is basically the UTC server time.
Oh wow, okay.
To just, if you have a small population on the server, you would like to just be able to your player participate in that arena, so you can narrow down the time frame and say, okay, within 1 hour that arena should be matched, and you can define it. You can make some description, and it's also possible to limit that arena, each type of arena, each kind of arena, to specific player level. So to not like say 99 level player will just compete with first level player. So
get his bum handed to him. Skills. So we've got an icon for how it would appear on the in the interface, I'd assume.
Yeah, basically, combat is the most, I should say, advanced or the most complex element in Atavism. You got 3 or 4 types of combat plugins really connected to each other. So you got skills, you got abilities, you got effects and chord effects. And basically skills are the skills like you had, for example, that metal smithing for non-combat skills. So metal smithing you can have for forging some items like we did before in the live demo. You can have combat skills like when you choose the class, roach class, so you automatically learned the skill of archery, and you can attach to the skill, you can attach many abilities. Also you can make a skill tree. For example, first and second skill will just require some super strength or any other particular skill. So you can basically make a skill tree. You can adjust the parent skill or pre-required skills with their levels. And you can adjust to each skill. You can adjust, as you can see, like here, it's a brown horse mount, so you can have mounts, and this is actually the mount ability. And you can adjust it here, so when you will hit the level, skill level, for example 3, it will be automatically learn the brown horse mount for you.
Nice. There's a question that about items, but I was going to ask the same thing about skills, so it kind of fits in. Before I say that, Ragger Steve, you missed it, mate, but we are going to do another 2 raffles in a moment. So you missed the first one. I'm going to announce the winner just after we ask this question. Like you've got thousands of items in your game, Dark Times Kid asks, if you have to edit each item when you scroll through the whole list, or do you edit externally? Because it takes ages to scroll through 100 items. Even with the filter, it will take ages. And little Mike's asking the same thing. Like, can you extract your data from your database, like as into an Excel or a CSV, edit it, and then import it back in to Atavism, so you can do mass updates?
Yes, you can do that. And in order to do that, you just have to externally edit your data. And at the end of the process, because you will have to generate prefabs, which will be just generated locally in your Unity project, you will have to, if you can just click on the items in the left section, yes, here, and items in the plugins, and in the edit mode, yes, you have that button, but just don't click that. It's a generate prefabs button. You can see in the it will just basically get all the items from the database and generate necessary prefabs in the Unity for you. So if you will update your database directly through some database program or Excel or CSV file, then you can just generate those prefabs and you are fine.
Nice. Can you do the same thing with the skills? Like, because if I've got hundreds of skill trees, I then extract it and edit it and then import it back in.
You can for sure do that with abilities. You can do that with effects, but you can check if that there is a skill, there is that element for the skill. I can't remember really.
All right,
in the edit.
Okay, everyone's waiting to know if they've won. So now that we know we can do massive bulk updates and we can just click one magic button that generates all of our prefabs, I think we're relaxed and chilled. So let's click on pick winner. All right, good luck everyone. If this has got a certain name, because there's one guy who keeps winning everything, he's got the best luck in the world, and we're wanting to do pick our lotto numbers. Oh my word. Oh my word. There you go. We got the winner in chat. Warspawn. You need to speak up. If he doesn't speak up, I'll have to raffle it again or keep it for myself. Because you need to prove that he's not a robot. Warspawn, he might be a robot. I'm not too sure if Warspawn's a robot or not. Because he's been talking, he's been talking on Twitch for 4 months, but it could all be a master plan for this robot, the best AI in the world, just to come in and win prizes. Oh, has he gone to the toilet? He might. Oh, there you go. Nice! Exclamation mark. Good. Thought he might have been on the loo.
Congrats.
Congratulations, buddy. So, the first winner of the $100 store credit for Atavism is Warspawn. Thank you, Atavism boys, for these freebies. Much appreciated. So, this character, I've got my player character setup plugin. What do I use this one for?
So basically it defines the template of your character. So as you could see at the beginning in the even live demo, you were able to choose only one race, but you can define the template for that race or character class here. You can define faction, and for that race, class, and faction, you can define many attributes like health, mana. You can also adjust it. You can add more attributes as you want. And at the end, at the bottom of the scroll of the page, you can see. It's fresh. So let's edit one. It will be more obvious. So at the bottom, you can see starting skills. So for that warrior class, we had two-handed sword. We have mining, we have woodcutting, herbaling, and you have few items which you already seen in the backpack. So bomber bag, we got land deed for buildings, and that bag of goods for just getting some junks in this example. But you can also put some items which can be just wear off when you will log in into the game. So our character won't have to be naked or almost naked at the start. You can add some armors and just tick the checkbox to just wear that armor at the start.
So how do I add another character race then? Because having just human is not very exciting.
For the Atavism database purpose, it's pretty simple. You should just head to all group in the left section, and we got option choices here. Yes, that's right. So you can just click edit, and we have few. It's basically what option choices for. It's basically like dictionary manager. So you can as you can see, we got humans. You can add more choices. So let's add some choice, like orc or giant, whatever you want. Yeah, why not? And let's save it, add more, or whatever.
Because I've just got the orc pack from Maxim Bugramov, I'm going to put orcs in there as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? And let's head back to the player character template. And if you will create new, yeah, we can in the top menu, we can
Hey.
just select coders. We can define classes for that race.
Well,
Right now
it's a
we got
mage,
3,
obviously.
yeah, but we can also define more.
It's friendly. They're a friendly faction.
Yeah, and basically we should be able to just drag as you can see, drag a game object to get position. It's basically the position of the starting location for the object, for the race, and for this race and for this class actually.
So you'd need to have your main scene here and then drag in from there.
Yes, exactly. If you will want, for example, like in World of Warcraft, have different spawn locations for different races, different classes, then you can have it. You can define different instances as in drop-down menu, drop-down list instance above. So we got instance and we got select known. So we can pick one of the instance, and basically by default it's main world, but you can choose like main world orc, main world something you can call it. You can just create new scene, design it, populate with some orc environments and such, and just pick a location for your starting location for that race.
You got a question? Wouldn't it be better to get Atavism first free to build your game around it and then buy for the server?
For the developer, it would be better, but as I said at the beginning, if you would go that way, then who would just develop the fixes, develop new features, and basically maintain the Atavism? Because at the end, all of the developers would just develop the game, and who knows what will be next, you know?
It's kind of implying that you'd be forced to run your official Atavism servers, but you're not. If you buy Atavism, I can run it on any server I want. I don't have to run it on your cloud servers, do I?
Yes, exactly. You can run it even locally, as Messi is doing. So it's basically local virtual machine pre-made by us. We are providing 2 virtual machines. First is CentOS Linux and second is Ubuntu. So it's basically for starting point, but you can of course run it in any cloud solution like Amazon or any other solution actually. So yeah, you are free to install Atavism anywhere you want.
And then we've got our integrations. What does the integrations tab do?
Basically, when you have these packages like I2 localization, it will gives you the ability to just translate. It's a translation package, which will give you the ability to use translations like Google spreadsheet, and you will be able to run multi-language version of your game. Then we have Master Audio. It's basically the same package from the asset store. It's Master Audio AAA, but you also have to get that package. It's not included in Atavism. Both of them are not included, and basically it gives you the ability to manage audio. It's more fluent, easiest way to manage your audio clips, audio sounds, the music, and so on, transition between them. So it's easy to use, and we made such integration to be so you could be also able to use master audio within Atavism. We are using it in our game, so we made it an option for you. And at the end, we got post-process stack second version. It basically gives you the ability to, when you are in game, you can just adjust your post-processing stack to turn on and off any option of post-processing stack you want. So if you were in the live demo, Atavism live demo, you could just hit the escape button and head into settings option, settings section, and just head into graphics options, and then you can just pick any of the post-processing stack effect and just turn off or turn in. Turning on, turning off, yeah.
I purchased Master Audio when it was on a 50% sale once. This is how bad my asset store addiction was getting. I don't even know what it was. I just purchased it. It was on sale, and it had the word audio in it, and I said, "Oh, I need sound for my game. I'll buy that." And I just bought it, and I haven't even opened it. I had no idea what it was. It's just sitting there in my list of things that I've got.
Oh, quite often it happens that, you see that, you want everything because it looks nice. And sometimes you just realize actually it doesn't work, or there is some kind of conflict. So you also need to look at that.
Or it's just because it had a nice video. It's nothing to do with what you purchased it for. That's kind of like my problem. We had somebody in chat the other day who's got like 90 odd assets they've purchased and never used, which is epic. Beats me. Level XP. So this is where we're just setting all of the different levels and how much XP you need to reach that level, I'm going to assume.
Yes, exactly.
So it's pretty. You don't actually need anything else to make your game after you've purchased Atavism. You've got, if I go back to the all, and my mouse is playing up again. The missus said, because you're sure it's the batteries and it's not just your mouse. I'm like, can't be my mouse. This is a brand new mouse. And I think it might be my mouse. She's always right. Never question what the wife says. That's a lesson. So this is all. These are all the plugins that you get currently. So there's pretty much everything you would need. We said we've got looting, we've got quests, dialogues, patrol paths. So you can set the AI to patrol certain paths.
Yes, exactly. It's basically designed to just put that path in the runtime mode. So that's why you need to have admin role, admin privileges to just open the admin window during the gameplay and just add the path.
All right, let's pop back in then. I'll log in with Mavis again. Here she is.
You should just grab some armors for that lady.
No, she's hot. She's, it's snowing, so it's the hottest May in Atavism land. Okay, here she is with her purple hair, and there's a big A. Okay, cool. So this is the admin panel.
Yes, exactly. And you got few options here. You can generate item, like get the item for the character. You can select any of the item and filter it. So you can get some armor, weapon, and such. And put a number of items, and it should be available in your backpack already.
There she is.
Yeah.
Now she feels a little bit warmer.
Yeah, you can get currency, you can get some skills. For example, right now you got like sword skill, but you can also get more skills as an admin. So gain skill, and yeah, if you can select archery skill or any other skill.
Oh, here you go, metal smithing.
Yeah, and the number of skill points. So you can set.
Oh, there she got loads.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. She's learning a lot. So it's going what? Up?
Yeah.
Okay. I should have done 10.
It takes few seconds, so
Lovely.
you get metal smithing at level 500. Nice.
Okay, everyone, there was it for part 2. Part 3 is just around the corner where we check out base building. So remember, if you do like to see more of these videos, click on that big juicy red subscribe button down below. Tell all of your friends, your neighbours about these videos and these live Twitch streams on all the w's.twitch.tv/themessycoder. Don't forget, 9 PM UK time, that's 1 PM Pacific time, 3 PM Central and 4 PM Eastern. I think I'm getting good at this. I'm going to see you there. If you do like it, click it. Until next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.